So today we're going to talk about a little unknown hero in the middleweight class. Something that you may well know of, but might not have seen much of. And that's why we're here today. This is the Suzuki GSXS 750. We're going to talk a little bit more about it, and have a chat with its owner and see what he thinks of it. This is Dan, a very good friend of mine. I've known for many years, and we've spent a lot of time on bikes over the years. This is a good thing. But this is his pride and joy, one of many you've had over the years.
Yeah.
So today we're just going to talk about why you bought it, out of all things. Out of the middleweight class, as we know, is absolutely rammed with many choices to pick from. I've had an M209 in the past, there's Z900s, all the rest of it. What made you pick this out of the other options?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I walked into a dealership that had all the big four Jap brands.
Oh, yeah.
I was initially looking at a XSR 900.
Yes, I remember.
The
Yes.
Abarth.
Yes.
There was one of those in that dealership.
Yes.
And then I already had a V-Strom 650, which
A legendary motorcycle.
it met a bit of an unfortunate fate. And then I walked into the Suzuki bit again. I saw this colour scheme, sat on it. It was a very squidgy, comfortable seat. And I thought, do you know what? I might just buy this. So then I bought it.
It's as simple as that. We're simple creatures in this motorcycling hobby, I tell you that.
Yeah.
So let's go over some of the features, and I want you to sort of tell me what you like and what you don't like. I think first of all we'll start with the heart and the soul, the engine.
The engine, yeah.
The engine is a critical part of any motorcycle. Without one you ain't going anywhere. It might as well be a bicycle.
Yeah.
But this, as far as I know, this is actually a pretty special engine, basically derived from the GSXR 750.
Yeah, it is basically the same as the GSXR 750, except it's got different internals. It's been, in a manner of speaking, cheapened. So they've got slightly weaker rods in it or something. The cams are slightly different. It's got a lower red line, and it's tuned more for mid-range rather than up-end power. So I think the Gixxer revs to about 14k. This revs to about 11.5. Still more than enough. And it makes about 115 odd horsepower.
It's around about there, isn't it?
Around about there. And it has bugger all torque. But it's a screamer. It's an inline four, and I think that's kind of that's
why
really.
the half the reason you buy it is for the soundtrack. I'll insert a clip now of the soundtrack. Nothing else in the middleweight naked market sounds like this thing, and the way it revs, it's like it has no flywheel.
Oh
it's
yeah, no,
so snappy to respond.
Yeah, it's really snappy, and obviously helped by Arrow.
The Arrow Growler.
The Arrow Growler.
The Arrow Growler is an absolute
the
winner.
baffle unfortunately fell out, and I've lost the screw. But yeah, no, the engine. The engine makes the bike really.
It's a beauty. It's an absolute beauty.
Yeah.
So engine we know is an absolute peach. I say dead reliable as well, easy to maintain. Your usual Japanese stuff that you'd expect, especially from the likes of Suzuki. These things go on forever. I think also the colour scheme is probably worth mentioning.
Yeah.
There's not many in this colour scheme, is there?
No. So to my knowledge, I think this is like the final edition for this bike colour scheme. You won't find many in this colour. I think I've seen one or two other ones online for sale. I don't think I've seen one in the flesh. But yeah, I mean, I like white bikes. I also like yellow bikes. So this kind of.
So why not have both?
Exactly. Yeah.
In the same motorcycle. So we understand that you like the engine, you like the way it looks, you like the colour scheme. Talk to us about the handling. Again, I've ridden this bike a few times, but you've spent a lot more time in it than I have.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you think of the handling. Do you think it's sharp enough to really compete in the middleweight sector? Does it need some work? Let us know your thoughts.
Well, yeah, I think it is definitely sharp enough. It's a little bit heavy, but once you're moving, you don't really feel it. So, as Luke mentioned a minute ago, he had an 09, which is a bit more powerful. It's got a bit more torque, and it's also lighter. But in the twisties, you know, I rode his 09. It is more responsive, but I'd say this is more fun because you kind of need to.
Oh, you got to be on the boil with it. It's all up the top. The 09 has got power everywhere.
You got to kind of think about what you're doing. It is quite nose heavy as well, but it is really, really agile on the nose. The only thing that lets it down in terms of the handling is the brakes. So the front brake is dire.
It is the full SpongeBob, isn't it?
Yeah, that.
It's not great.
Oh, yeah, that touches that just touches the bar.
It's not ideal, really, is it?
Yeah.
But again, I imagine these are all things that you can rectify with a little bit of cash moolah and time on your hands. It's nothing that ultimately ruins the whole package. Because again, we're not journalists. I'm not going to sit here and say you're going to keep your bike standard. We're testing your bikes on as they are as a standard merit. Brakes are pants. Fix the brakes. She's a winner.
The brakes are a bit shite.
Yes.
But the rest of it is absolutely brilliant. I mean, when I first got the bike, it had S21 Bridgestone tyres on it. They were pretty good once they got warmed up, but when they were cold, they felt a bit hard, felt a bit wooden, really. I didn't have a lot of confidence in them.
I think that's definitely one of the big things I remember with this is getting it off the OE tyres onto aftermarket. And this goes to pretty much every bike out there. If you're buying a brand new bike or you bought a used bike but still on the OE tyres that came out the factory, one of the best pieces of advice I can give, change the tyres to aftermarket tyres. It will transform the way it brakes, it steers, the way the suspension behaves, every part of it becomes better with a set of aftermarket tyres. It's just a no-brainer.
I agree completely. Yeah, so I put these Avon somethings
Avon
on
Super Sports?
Probably.
I've used these tyres
3D Super Sports.
They are they are one of, if I will say, is one of the best kept secrets in motorcycling in terms of tyres.
They're fantastic.
So good for the money. If you can nab a set, do it. I know they've had some supply issues recently where they've changed sort of hands and different manufacturing processes and factories and stuff, but if you can get hold of a set of these Avon Super Sports, do it. It's basically a Supercorsa for half the price. They're great.
I've never ridden with Supercorsas, but I can say for certain that these are brilliant tyres.
They'll handle your track days, they'll handle your daily commute, they last long enough. That's what you can want out of a tyre.
Yeah.
I think when I had them on my KTM, I think I spent 230 quid for the set, front and rear.
Yeah.
Bosh, absolute winner. So we like engine, we like the handling, we like the way it looks. Again, run us through some of your bad points, because not every motorcycle is perfect, and I'm sure this bike certainly isn't. Again, we've spoken about the brakes. Is there any other issues that you have noticed in your time of ownership? One thing I've noticed is the paint's a bit thin.
The paint is a bit thin. It's got a few stone chips. It's got one there on the tank. It's got, not on this side, on this side, there's a little bit of a scuff on the plastics. And also, you can probably see it there, there's a bit of rust just behind there where it's worn. But I mean, it's a Suzuki. It has Suzuki quality.
Yes,
which means that this is great, this works, this is fantastic. The rest of it needs a bit of work. But as an overall package, I think it's hard to find things that are wrong with it.
Especially for the price.
For the price.
Let's get on to the price. So this is a sensitive question. How much did you pay for this motorcycle at the time?
I paid...
Bear in mind, this had 200 miles on it or so when you bought it, so basically brand new.
I paid just shy of 8 grand for it from a dealership with warranty and all the other things that come with dealership support.
Which I'd say is pretty bloody good. I know these have now aged a bit. This was a few years ago now, and you can pick these up on them. I've seen these for like low mileage examples for less than 6 grand. Which I think is absurd value for money, especially if you want something with character and that inline 4 soul, derived from a proper super sports inline 4 as well, not something like a Z9 or something like that, where it's its own thing and has always been its thing. This has come from super sport pedigree and heritage, which says a lot for 6 grand.
Yeah, it's definitely got that like sports bike chassis to it, and it is very agile.
It's an absolute winner.
But yeah, I think you can pick these up for, sub 6 grand, so 5.5 grand. I think this might have been a couple of years ago in winter when, the market's dead. But I think I've seen some for about 4.5. They might be a bit ropey, so I would...
Keep an eye out, don't go in there 2 a.m. whiskied up on eBay. Don't be doing that.
Yeah.
We've all been guilty of this. So
I am a bit of
we do understand the plight of the average man.
Yes, but yeah, no, you can pick these up pretty cheap now, and in terms of the competition, so as we mentioned, MT-09, XSR9, both fantastic bikes. These are a bit cheaper, but I would say personally, and I am biased, that they have a bit more character because of the engine. And also, one thing I really like about this compared to a lot of the other, especially the newer bikes, is this is a lot more raw. It does have it does have a very archaic traction system. It's just 1, 2, 3 and off.
So you've got like Billy Basic ABS. It's as basic as an electronic setup gets, but it works. Like it's going to look after you.
You don't really need anything more than that.
No.
And you know, the 09, for example, that Luke had, I think that was a 22 plate as well.
Yeah, that's 20 plate. Yeah,
it's the same year as this. That had loads of different rider aids and throttle, whatever. And I just
had its 6-axis IM unit, so it could do pretty much everything you could want it to ever do.
Fantastic bike, but I'm pretty sure you did this, and most people that have electronic gizmos on their bike, in fact, you've done it with that as well. You find a setting that you like and you leave it there.
Yes, oh, absolutely.
So it's good that it has that customization. This is all my opinion.
This is not gospel.
It's gospel in my head. Anyway, no, but you get a lot of these bikes that have all these rider aids and customization, and that's great. But 9 times out of 10, you'll find a mode that you like, and most bikers, we're insane, so we put it on the most aggressive one.
That's it.
Like, you know, least ABS, least wheelie control or traction, whatever you want, most aggressive throttle mapping, and then you leave it there. And it's like, my rider mode is dictated by my wrist, and I quite like that because I'm old.
Meat and nerves. That's all he is. And it works.
I've not had that one before.
It's meat, nerves and bones.
Yeah, no, I like the fact that it's a bit old school. So I think these initially came out in 2015, 2016.
Yeah, yeah. It was the successor to the GSR, which there's still a few of those knocking around. But this is significantly better than a GSR 750. Trust me.
Yeah, it's a bit more. I think it's a different frame as well, because this is the Gixxer frame. The GSR had a different frame, I think. I might be wrong.
You can tell us in the comments, because no doubt you will.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I like it. It's just a nice bike, and it's a bit raucous, and I do ride it like a bit of a lunatic.
He does ride like a knob. But no, thank you very much for showing off your bike and running through why you like it, why you don't like it, and all the rest of it.
To get back out on it, isn't it?
Absolutely. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Please like, comment and subscribe. See you soon.
Do what you said.